Guest asks, "Do you have early check-in?" No reply. That single, unanswered text message is quietly costing hotels lakhs of rupees every single month. Follow Hoteliers IQ for more powerful hospitality insights. Owners pour millions into visible upgrades. We obsess over imported marble, high-end linens for the suites, and aggressive marketing campaigns designed to drive maximum traffic to the property. We carefully measure every single guest who walks through the physical front doors, yet we remain entirely blind to the guests who reach our digital threshold and simply vanish. The most severe financial hemorrhaging doesn't happen on the physical property. It happens in the quiet, unmonitored digital spaces between the guest's inquiry and the front desk. Management relies on standard dashboard metrics. We look at occupancy rates and RevPAR, and if those numbers hold steady, we assume the operation is healthy. But those dashboards hide a massive blind spot. They don't account for dark metrics, the silent volume of lost guest conversations that never make it into the official data. This illustrates the flaw in traditional tracking. On the left, a standard booking is recorded perfectly, but on the right, look at the dark metric path. A guest searches, asks a question, gets silence, and abandons the process. That lost booking completely bypasses the dashboard. What we proudly measure as occupancy is really just the survival rate of guests who never needed to ask us a question in the first place. Put yourself in the mind of a high-intent luxury traveler. They found your property, they love the dark, cinematic aesthetics, and their finger is hovering right over the book button. Then a minor logistical hurdle appears. They need immediate validation on a simple detail, like whether they can drop their bags off early. They send the message, and then nothing. In the modern luxury consumer's mind, that immediate operational silence triggers a sharp decline in confidence. Within minutes, their trust dissolves. The guest closes your app and instantly pivots to the luxury resort down the street. In today's market, a delayed response isn't viewed as a minor administrative backup. The guest perceives that silence as an active rejection. Behind the front desk, the reality is entirely different. Those ignored messages rarely stem from apathetic staff. The root cause is systemic overwhelm. This diagram shows the fragmented reality of modern hotel communication. Staff are bombarded by overlapping silos of data: emails, OTA messages, WhatsApp texts, and Instagram DMs. Because these channels lack a unified structure, high-intent guest inquiries slip through the cracks and dissolve into the noise. While this communication chaos overwhelms the front line, the manager's dashboard upstairs remains perfectly calm, entirely disconnected from the reality of the floor. A fragmented system functions as a silent, automated funnel, redirecting guaranteed revenue straight to your competitors. Elite, high-performing properties treat guest messages differently. They no longer view these inquiries as tedious administrative chores to be dealt with eventually. Instead, every single inquiry, no matter how trivial it seems, is treated as a high-stakes, highly perishable sales opportunity. Fixing the leak requires a structural overhaul. Smart hotels implement centralized communication systems, unifying every disjointed messaging channel into a single, manageable view. This animation shows the solution in action. When inquiries control node, an AI gatekeeper provides instant, accurate responses to standard logistical questions, catching the guest exactly at their peak moment of intent. Automation protects the revenue that funds human hospitality. It secures the resources needed to provide a premium guest experience. You can build the most opulent luxury suite, but its value drops to zero if it sits empty because a text was ignored. Most hotels track occupancy. Smart hotels track every missed opportunity. Measuring your lost conversations is now just as critical to survival as measuring your filled rooms. In the modern hospitality era, the deciding factor isn't always the physical beauty of the property. The fastest responder wins the booking. Like this video if this made you think differently. Share this with hoteliers and hospitality professionals who need to hear this, and follow Hoteliers IQ for smarter hospitality insights.